Alrighty, folks, we got another article here from the ever lovable Breitbart. Overall, a really swell website. Um, Iowa Republicans block Planned Parenthood's sex ed funding. Um, this can kind of get into some interesting topics, so I chose it. Um, the funny thing about Republicans are most Republicans are Democrats. Just so you know, most Republicans are actually Democrats. They might have the Republican label, but for the most part, in my view, my take, Republicans and Democrats are two sides of the same coin, and often they're not for the American people. They're for benefiting themselves for the most part, I assume. They are either dumb, corrupt, bribed, blackmailed, or some sort of combination. It's as simple as that. But we have to praise the Iowa Republicans here. Iowa Republican lawmakers passed a Health and Human Services budget bill. Where'd the bill come from? Did it just pop into thin air after, or one day before it's due, like the semi-annual federal budget? 1,000 pages just appears 24 hours before it's supposed to dang pass or be voted on, so people can't even know what the heck is in it. I think I had heard one of them had us funding China. Anyhow, Iowa Republican lawmakers passed a Health and Human Services budget bill that blocks Planned Parenthood and other abortion providers, murder providers, from sex education funding. Usually that kind of stuff is pertinent to schools and stuff. I think the problem lies when these big groups or the state gets their nose shoved into where the role of the parents is supposed to be. I think that's where we start getting problems. While it's good that they pass something to block Planned Parenthood and the alternative abortion providers from sex education funding, that's good. Any group, Common Sense 101, if they're involved with the murder of individuals of our society, especially the most precious ones, the ones that can't fight back, that have no voice, babies. If they're involved in that, they should not receive a single penny from state funding or local funding or government federal funding. No, there should be no penny involved in a group that kills off people of our society, let alone profit off that by selling the parts, as far as I'm aware. That is just the most disgusting and evil thing conceivable. But think about this like football. They blocked Why are you blocking when you're supposed to go on the offensive? One can't just block and defend. One has to go on the offensive. I mean, come on. All the Democrat positions of lunacy, Republicans, real Republicans, constitutional Republicans, they should be on the offense, not blocking. They need to be on the offense. Now is the time to shine. Now is the time to shine. So this is pretty insane. As the legislative session winds down, the State House passed the bill Saturday 52-47. The State Senate passed the bill Friday 31-19. The legislation now heads to Republican Governor Kim Reynolds for her signature. Okay, so it's still not a done deal, but it probably will be. So that's that. All right. That's good enough discussion for now for me. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you ahead. As always, take care cool, and feel free to subscribe. The American people need to become the media, and the mainstream media needs to be ignored. So that's that. I will see you ahead. As always, take care cool.